The Feast of Seven Fishes. It's an Italian-American celebration that takes place on Christmas Eve and primarily consists of fish dishes and other seafood.
And to give us more information on the tradition, we've got the host of the popular Italian cooking series, Pasta Grammar, on YouTube. Harper and Eva are with us. Welcome to the show, guys. Thanks for being with us.
Thank you. Thanks for having us.
So give us the background. Tell us the history behind the Feast of the Seven Fishes.
Well, like a lot of traditional practices in the melting pot of America, it's a complicated and interesting story. I, not being Italian at all, was very familiar with it, knowing about what goes on with the Italian-American community, and to the point where when I met my now wife, Eva, who's from Italy, our first Christmas together, I said, well, Christmas is coming up. It's time for the Feast of Seven Fishes, right? And she looked at me like I had seven fishes crawling out of my ears.
Yes, because in Italy, this tradition is pretty much unknown. I can see where it has the roots, because during the past, the Catholic Church forbidden to eat fish.
Feed meat.
To eat meat, yes, sorry, the day before a big holiday. Oh. So a lot of immigrants who left Italy during that period and came here actually brought with them also this tradition. But nowadays in Italy, we can eat meat also the day before these big holidays. And the youngest generation, we don't really know what it is. So for me, it was so strange.
Wow.
Oh, that's neat.
How these celebrative festive holidays come about, it's so fascinating.
So talk to us about your Pasta Grammar show, your YouTube, how you guys have kind of woven this in, and maybe people can get some ideas for, the Feast of the Seven Fishes this year.
Yeah, well, we have a YouTube channel where Eva has been sharing all of her knowledge about traditional Italian food. And we will say that even though the Feast of Seven Fishes doesn't exist in Italy, there is still very much a tradition of eating seafood for Christmas Eve.
Oh, okay.
In fact, to the point where in Italy, you usually have to book your fish very far in advance if you want to get in.
Before.
Yeah. What are some of your favorite seafood dishes for Christmas?
For sure, the very famous pasta spaghetti with clams, because it's a staple on every Italian tables. Then another one that is very, very common to find from the north to the south of Italy is baccalà fritto, which is the fried baccalà. You can find a version. Then it's obvious we have calamari. Who doesn't like calamari?
Yeah.
Calamari, they are a must, there and here. And then we have also some specialty dishes that you can find just in a smaller place, like in the big city like Naples. They have the tradition to eat the male of the eel.
Eel.
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah.
So that is specific from that dish, from that city, but is the day before Christmas. So.
Now, ever since you reached out to discuss this, something that has really piqued my curiosity here. What are the seven fishes? Are there specific fishes that are part of this?
Every family tends to have kind of their own preferred recipes. What's important is that you have seven different fish dishes. And it's interesting because you do see echoes of similar traditions that still exist in Italy. For instance, Ava's family has a tradition on Christmas Eve where you have to eat 13 different dishes at the meal. Not necessarily fish dishes, but it has to be 13. 13 is not a lucky number.
Oh no, we'll have to eat 13 dishes of delicious food? I feel so bad about having to do that.
Yeah, that's a challenge. All right, so I assume, Harper, Eva, you guys are much more experienced in the kitchen than the average folks and the average person watching. But for someone who maybe wants to venture out of their comfort zone and try some of this, where would you suggest they start? Is there an easy dish just to start with? Maybe it takes you 7 years to build up to it and add one a year.
Yes, well, we've tried to compile in our cookbook, The Italian Family Kitchen, which is a new release. We tried to compile, if you were new to Italian food, to Italian food as it's found in Italy, which can be different from what we're familiar with
absolutely.
in America. We compiled sort of like 100 recipes from all over Italy. If you're new to it, if you want to try it and see what it's all about, all the different regions, that's a good place to start.
Now, Eva, I'd love to just to hear from you. What has your experience been like bringing your, because again, I immediately went to your YouTube channel and started watching all the videos. How has it been to bring your skill and your cooking experience to the States? Have you found that you've started to kind of meld the two approaches together, or are you steadfast in how you create your dishes?
So until now, this is a very beautiful experience. I need to say that because I'm 100% Italian and because I love my food, I kept my food completely traditional. I know that I tried other cuisine, I tried also Italian American dishes, but I'm deeply Italian. So when I cook at home, when I share my food, it is 100% Italian.
But we do have plenty of videos where, for instance, you will try dishes from the more American tradition and sort of share those experiences. Yeah. Because we've had good discoveries. Yeah.
And that's so important to keep that tradition alive, because there's so few people that are skilled like you are. There's very few people.
So for next year, I'm sorry. I was going to say for next year, either we need to come to you or you need to come to our kitchen.
Either works.
Either or both. I mean, we could do that. Or maybe a little.
We're happy to come and cook for you anytime.
Yeah, a little intercontinental trip. We can go to Eva's homeland and jump right in. We would love to do that.
Bill is
welcome.
Bill is
you might
pitching
more
quite
than
a
13
trip.
dishes.
Yeah, no, I'm a big Italian fan beyond just the unlimited breadsticks, if you know what I mean.
Oh man,
so
I think fondly upon my trip to Italy primarily because of the food.
Yeah.
give us the rundown of Pasta Grammar, and again where we can find it, and some of the videos that you've got there if someone's interested in checking it out.
Yeah, if you go to YouTube and just search Pasta Grammar, you'll find us, and we have lots of videos on there, all kinds of different Italian food, traditional Italian food, recipes, exploring Italy, all kinds of good stuff.
And in our last few seconds, where could someone go to pick up your new cookbook?
It's available on most major book retailers, Barnes & Noble, Amazon, Walmart, Target, so you can easily find it. It's called The Italian Family Kitchen.
Perfect.
Awesome. Well, show us the cover one more time as we wrap up with you here.
Yes.
Harper and Eva, thank you both for being with us. Happy holidays to you. Thanks for sharing the great ideas with us and our audience.
Thank you for having us.
Happy holidays, guys.
You too.